In this video, we're going to connect fractions and percentages together. So let's take a look here. We've got these pictures, but before we do that, let's look at some fractions and their decimal and percentage equivalents. What that means is just what is 1/2 equal to as a percent. You probably are comfortable with that being 0.5, 5/10. As a percentage, that's 50%. 1/4 is 0.25, which is 25%. 3/4 or 3/4 is 0.75. You could think of money here. That's 75%. 1/10 is 0.1 equals 10%. 1/5, if you think about it, is the same as 2/10. You can write this as 0.2. Sometimes we write it as 0.2. It's the same thing, right? But as a percentage, then that's 20%. And there's also going to be some where we take half of a quarter, or maybe 1/5 of a quarter. But the way you could think of this is just half of 0.25, which is the same as half of 25%. So that's going to be 12.5%. As a decimal, that'd be 0.125. All right, let's take a look at one of these diagrams here. Maybe I'll do number 3. Okay, so here we just have to figure out what percent is shaded. So here we go. If we look here at number 3, we can see that I'm seeing that this white section here is 1/2 is shaded. I'm looking at what's left. This is 1/2 of the whole thing, but that's been divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. So I could think, if I wanted to, of dividing this into 5 parts as well. Several ways of looking at this. I'm seeing that the 50% here, this half, 5 equal parts, and so I'm seeing 50% divided by 5 equal parts, that each section is 10%. And then I'm seeing this last section, which is 10% divided in half, so that each section must be 5%. So I can just count 10, 20, 30, 45% is shaded. So for this one, 45% shaded. But then they want us to write this as a fraction in simplest forms. Now, I don't know what you're thinking. We could take 45 as 45 over 100 and reduce from there. But going back to my diagram, I'm seeing that what happens if I divide it into equal sized rectangles? So I've got a bunch of rectangles that are this size. Okay, so I know there's a total of 10 rows here. And I know there's 2 in each row, so I know there's 20 of those rectangles. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those 20 rectangles shaded. So I know my final answer is 19 out of 20. Go ahead and try the other 4.